Hi, this is Latosha Tate with LatoshaTate.com. I'm creating this how-to on setting up a profile on Skype. And if you are not, let's say that you don't have a Skype account already, the first thing that you're going to want to do is log on to www.latoshatate.com, which is spelled Latosha. Tate is Tate.com, and look under my how-tos, and I'll walk you through the steps of creating a profile. I'm going to go ahead and close out of this. But what you see right now on your screen is once you've already have an account set up, you may not have the friends that I have, but I'm going to show you how to set up your profile. So the first thing that we're going to do is go up here to where it says File. And then you'll see I'll go down a little bit to where it says Edit Profile. And I'm going to bring this back into our scope a little bit to make sure that you see everything that I'm doing here. Alright, so at the top you'll notice that it says Skype Profile. That's how you know that you're in the right place. So this is my actual profile, and I'm sharing it with you guys for the purpose of making sure that you have everything you need to set up yours. I'm going to go through section by section, but I will warn you that I will be throwing in some branding tips here and there, because branding is also another how-to that I have on LatoshaTate.com. So as these tips apply, take what you need and leave the rest. So we'll start where it says, well, first I want you to notice that there are two sides to this screen. There's this side, which is the details that all Skype users will see, and then the right side, which is details that only my contacts will see. And that's important to understand, because this side over here, guys, is what's searchable, this whole side. Okay, so these are the things that if someone's looking for you, or someone's looking for somebody from Ohio, or somebody's looking for somebody who's, you know, within a certain age range, they're gonna find me based on what I put in here. So you want to be as accurate and consistent as possible. Okay, so we'll start with your full name. Now I recommend that you're definitely consistent right here. You want to use the same name all across the web. You don't want to change and fluctuate much, because you want people to be able to find you, especially if you're using your web presence for any kind of business, or maybe an organization, or, you know, what you want to be identified with. You want to make sure that you're consistent with that. So for me, Latosha Tate is perfect. Then you go down to country. We look at our state. You want to be accurate with that. Now, if you live in a small city, you might not want to put your city. That's totally up to you. You might want to put the closest large city that people will be able to identify with, or that people may be looking for someone from that area. You could qualify if you use the closest large city. Okay, your language, if you speak English at all, I recommend that you put English, simply because it's the most sought after language, and you're going to be found a lot. There are a lot of people who are looking for people who are English speaking. So if you put something else, maybe Spanish or something else, it's up to you. It depends on who you want to find you. Then your gender, I'll go ahead and fill that in. That's not filled in for me. My birth date, this is asking for your day. So I'm going to put the 25th of June, which is my birthday. I'm going to leave my year out. That's not important. For my home page, now, if you don't have a .com like LatoshaTate.com, you can use your MySpace, your YouTube, any other channel, station, URL that you have, and that will serve as your .com until you get one, or until you decide to change it. But I'm going to go ahead and fill mine in right here. Make sure you use the HTTP, so that if a person wants to click it, it'll be clickable. When you put the HTTP, this part right here, when you put that in, http://. Now in your About Me section, you want to make sure that you are not a salesperson right here. What you want is people to like and connect with you, especially if you're using Web 2.0 marketing. So it's important that you be yourself, and you don't want to be a salesperson. Why? Because I may think I know something about your company or think I know something about your product, and because I see that, I might instantly not give you a chance. But if I get to know you or I see other things that we might have in common, I might reach out to you. So that's kind of the idea there. Your email, you want to go ahead and fill that in. Of course, I have that filled in. I left it out for the illustration purposes, but you want to put in an email address. And remember that this is private information. You see it over here. This part, this little pink section right here is private. So you can fill in the email that you check because you want to be on top of it. This MySpace section down at the bottom, you want to use that. Why? This is another branding tip, guys, because the more information, the more that a person can feel like they know you before they talk to you, the better the relationship will be. And it won't be awkward conversation. They'll have already seen pictures of you on MySpace. It kind of, what you're doing with these profiles that you're setting up, especially your Skype profile, is giving people a snapshot of who you are. And if they want to go deeper by connecting your MySpace page to it, you allow them to do that and to get to know you more without all the explanation from you. It kind of does the work for you. Okay. Then we go up to the right side, the details that only my contacts will see. Now, it has a space for home phone, office phone, mobile phone. I recommend here, and this is just my personal recommendation, that you use a phone number that does not link to your home address. Why? Because everybody on MySpace, YouTube, Skype is not saved and is not your friend and is not a kind person. So you want to make sure, just in your own best interest, that you use something that, one, is not like a minute phone or something like that. You want to be able to control cost. So if you use a toll-free number, you want it to be one that if someone calls it 859 times in a row, it's not going to take you a bill from $5 to $1 million. So you want it to be a number that you can control the cost, as well as something that won't lead them to get too close if you don't want them to. Okay, so that's my little tidbit about that. Then your picture, you want to be consistent here. Remember, we're talking about in everything that you do being consistent. You want your picture to be happy, and you want to be consistent all around the web if you're using this for business purposes. So you're able to upload a picture here. And then your time zone, that's important, because if you're like me and you leave your computer on a lot of the times, you don't want people Skyping you at what might be, I don't know, 4 a.m. your time, but it might be a different time zone for them. So this, and then once you've done all of this, guys, you're just going to go down to the bottom and click update, and you're back. And so then you'll notice that everything is in its place, and you can begin to reach out to people and grow your relationships on Skype. So that's my how-to on how to set up your profile. If you have any questions or would like to watch this again, go ahead and contact me or log on to www.latoshatate.com. Okay, thanks so much. Bye-bye.
You know,